Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with a remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students.
A very warm welcome to the students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Standard 4th Subject EVS 1. Lesson number 13 Directions and Maps. Hey kids! In Standard 3, you have already learnt about the four main directions, that is, East. We all know that the sun rises in the east. As every day the sun rises in the east, it sets in the west. This happens every day. The rising and the setting of the sun is followed one after the other. Students, let us revise and know about the four main directions with the help of the pictures given. You can see a boy standing with his arms stretched out and facing towards the sun. Children, whenever you stand facing towards the sun, that direction is called the east direction. Opposite to east, we have west. Towards the left hand side, we have north direction, and towards the right hand side, we have south. Students, this is all about the main directions, and with the help of the rising sun, we can find out the four main directions. Students, as we have learned about the directions, now we are going to learn about the subdirections. First, let us understand what is a subdirection. The directions that lie between every two adjacent main directions are called subdirections. Here we are having a picture of the same. Students, the direction that lie between every two adjacent main direction, that means the subdirection always lies between the two main directions. For example, in the picture you can see the direction between north and east is the northeast. The subdirection between south and east is southeast. The subdirection between south and west is southwest. The subdirection between north and west is northwest. Students, this is how the subdirection always falls in between the two main directions. Kids, directions and subdirections have been determined by man on the basis of the rising and setting of the sun. Students, we are able to find out the directions and the subdirections. It is only because on the position of the rising and setting of the sun. Students, with the help of the pictures given, let us find out the subdirections of the pictures. Now, the main directions are given, and with the help of the main directions, we will find out the subdirections of the places or the things given in the picture. We will start with a picture of a mountain. The mountain lies between the two main directions, that is north and west. So, the subdirection will be north-west. Moving towards the well lies between the two main directions, that is south and west. So, the subdirection will be south-west. The street light. The street light also lies between the two main directions, that is south and east. So the subdirection of the street light will be southeast. Moving towards the fort, the two main directions are north and east, and the subdirection is northeast. Students, this is how with the help of main directions we are able to find out the subdirections. Students, let us learn about compass. Students, compass here is an instrument. As you can see in the picture, the needle inside this instrument keeps on moving towards the north. So, a device for finding direction and subdirection with needle that can move easily and that always points to the north direction is called a compass. Students, it is used by the sailors when they are sailing the ship in the water. Here I am having a picture showing the directions and the subdirections. Oh, it is the diagram or circle showing the main directions and subdirections, and it is called as a compass rose. Students, the diagram or you can see the circle which is made on the right hand side just to show the directions and the subdirections is called as a compass rose. Let us learn about maps. Students, this is a map of India. A drawing of Earth's surface or part of that surface showing the shape or position of different countries, political borders, natural features such as rivers and mountains, and artificial features such as roads and buildings is called as a map. Students, we are having a map in various forms. This is just an example to show you what is a map. Let's understand how to read a map. Students, for reading any map that is given to you, there are 5 important elements that you should always know about the map. So let us learn all these 5 important elements of the map. The first is the title and the subtitle. Students, title and subtitle, they are connected with each other. Every map is having a title and a subtitle. Suppose here our title is our Maharashtra state, and in the map of our Maharashtra state we are going to learn about the districts. So our Maharashtra state is the title and districts is the subtitle. The next is the index. Students, the index consists of various signs and symbols, and because of that we get the locations of the different things given in the map easily on the given map. The next is the arrow indicating the north. Students, in every map you will find this arrow indicating towards the north. With the help of this, we are able to find out that which place lies in which directions or sub-directions. The last is the scale. Scale is given to measure the distance between two places. Children, let us learn why the scale on the map is very important. Students, as you can see in the picture, the architect is drawing a rough sketch of the house in front of his eyes. But the measurement of the house is 30 meters in length, whereas the architecture has drawn the same 30 meters length into 30 centimeter on a piece of paper, because the length of the paper is small, but he wants to represent the length. So he has converted the long distance into a shorter one. So a huge distance between the two places on the ground is shown in such a way that it fits in a paper. The distance on the map is made proportionate to the distance on the ground. Students, let us see this with the help of an example. If the scale used on a map is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometer, the distance of 1 centimeter is maintained between the two houses on the map. Students, the real distance of the place is 10 kilometers, but as we cannot draw a line of 10 kilometers, we are converting it into 1 centimeter on the small piece of paper. Kids, let us summarize what we learned in today's lesson. We learned the main directions, that is east, west, north and south. The sub-directions, that is northeast, northwest, southeast and southwest. We learnt about the elements of the map, that is title, subtitle, index, scale and an arrow indicating the north. We also learned about the scale, one of the important component of the map. It is used to show the distance on the map proportionate to the distance on the ground. Students, by the time we meet with another video of EVS 1, till then keep learning. Thank you.